Thank you, Raymond, for your story of resilience and surviving, and also welcome to Portland. Portland is your home now. Next up is Gene Bishop. Gene has lived in Portland since 2002 and is blessed with 3 children and 10 grandchildren. His passions include volunteering at Esther's Pantry, and Gene hopes to educate the younger generation about the importance of HIV vaccine and the eliminating HIV stigma in today's world. Please welcome Gene Bishop.
Thank you, Summer. Hi, I'm Gene Bishop, a 67-year-old gay man living with HIV since 1996, and I'm undetectable. I'm honored to share part of my HIV journey with all of you today as we mark the 36th anniversary of World AIDS Day. And I appreciate all of you for joining us this afternoon. Even though I am retired, I keep myself busy volunteering. Now, while aging well does hold a special place in my heart, I also volunteer with various other programs of Cascade AIDS Project. Esther's Pantry, the Ambassador Council, the Community Advisory Board, Camp KC, Art Auction, AIDS Walk, and more. Volunteering gives me a sense of community and purpose. See, CAP's mission is very important and personal to me, and why, some people have asked. Well, you see, 1.3 million people became HIV positive in 2023 alone globally. Another 630,000 people died of AIDS that same year. Yes, HIV and AIDS are still a thing. As Summer said, I have 3 children, 10 grandchildren. They deserve a better world than we have currently. How many of y'all remember the 1993 movie Philadelphia starring Tom Hanks? I just recently rewatched it, still cry, but I loved how his family showed Andrew Beckett, Tom Hanks' character, love and support, even as he got sicker from AIDS. During a time in the real world when many people living with AIDS were often shunned or even disowned by their own families. At the time the movie came out, I clearly remember thinking I would eventually get the virus. For some reason, it just felt like a certainty. And sure enough, 3 years later, I would test positive. Since becoming positive, I've received both support and scorn. And sometimes that scorn has surprised me. For example, I had always assumed gay dating sites would be safe zones. Not always. I would include being HIV positive in my profiles, even from the beginning. And some of the responses to that were, go away and die. I thought you were handsome until I saw your status. And then there's my personal favorite. You shouldn't be spreading HIV to others. This was after I had become undetectable, and I'd put that in my profiles. I was so angry to read this that I just closed that account rather than try to again explain undetectable equals untransmittable, you equals you. On the other hand, some negativity has not surprised me at all. I have not heard from my oldest son, Josh, or his family for several years. It's my understanding that his religious beliefs prevent him from supporting or even acknowledging his gay father, who has a disease which some religious leaders, even today, still say is a punishment for a sinful lifestyle. For me to say I miss Josh would be an understatement. I remember a little boy, loving little boy who would give the best hugs which would brighten my day. Those memories now just bring sadness. Now, however, I do try to be thankful for the wonderful support I have, and I have plenty of it, rather than dwell on the negative and what seemingly is out of my hands. My middle child, Amber, and I have been very close for years. In fact, in a lot of ways, my HIV diagnosis has brought us closer together, I think. And because of that, I feel closer to her kids. Her oldest son, Michael, is living with me now, here in Portland, and I feel blessed to have him here. And as a matter of fact, he's right here with us today. Thank you, Michael, for being here. I appreciate it. He'll tell you that I forced him to come, but that's okay. My youngest son, Ian, and his fiance, Riley, are also in my corner. They live just across the river in Vancouver with their kids, Tuesday and Jude. I love going to their activities. I'm just like any other proud grandfather there. And my second wife, Lisa, Ian's mother, is my best friend and biggest supporter. Yep, I'm one of those late bloomer, small town Midwest gays who fought tooth and nail for 33 years the fact that I was born gay. Lisa and her husband, John, live in North Portland with their teenage son. We often spend Sunday afternoons together, along with other family members. There's Lisa, John, Finn, Ian, Riley, Tuesday, Jude, Adrian, Nico, Michael, and me. Just one big, happy, loving, and supportive family. My HIV status has no effect on these relationships other than their hope for my continued good health. Events like this today can lead to better understanding exactly what it means to be part of the HIV community, past and present. And that understanding, I believe, can lead to less HIV stigma, which in turn will lead to more people being tested and seeking treatment. In other words, more people living healthy lives and not spreading HIV to others. With government agencies around the world failing to develop an HIV vaccine, along with the possibility that our own government could end HIV research in the next 4 years, I believe it is up to those of us living with HIV and our supporters to do everything we can to ensure less people become HIV positive. At the end of my life, if I can look back and see that I have helped reduce HIV and AIDS in some small way, I will feel I have accomplished something for which to be proud. And that is the goal for the rest of my life, to leave this world a better place for my grandchildren and their grandchildren. Thank you, guys.